Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, we take a look at a few new leaked images of the Argo mole. As always, a huge thank you to all my patrons. It is because of these guys that I get to make these videos. So if you do enjoy my content and would like to support me even further from as little as $1 a month, it is all very much appreciated. Be sure to follow the link in the description below. So as we know, the Argo mole is making headway. It is still scheduled for 3.8. Not quite finished yet, but it is very close on the roadmap, and we've just recently seen some more images of its interior, and I'm even more excited for it now than I ever was. So with that said, let's go through each image and see what we can expect from the Argo mole when it releases. So the first image appears to be a part of the habitation area of the mole. It is on deck 2, which is exciting to hear. It must have quite a decently sized interior if it's spanning over at least 2 decks. Now the angle of the shot only shows the mess hall table. It's likely that behind the camera is where the food and drink station will likely be located for your crew to be able to eat. The colour scheme of the Argo is great, and I do love how industrial it looks. This is why I will probably stick to the orange version rather than the grey or black version which we have heard about. Now the mess hall seems quite empty, but as I say, it's likely to have more stuff behind the cameraman. Down to the right, you have the access to the habitation beds and that open door directly in front. I think it could be either where the crew gets in or maybe access to the top deck if it goes even higher up. The A1 door at the front may either lead to the front mining laser or potentially it could also be the entrance lift. I really don't know how you get into this ship. Do let me know what your thoughts are. Now the next image appears to be the access to one of the side mining laser cabs. I expect that once you sit down inside, the door will close and then you'll be shifted to the front and it'll extend out either automatically or hopefully manually, depending on where you might need to mine. Hopefully you can adjust the location of your laser. What I like about this image, it just shows how industrial it feels. It's almost like you're sitting in one of those metal container units. I would assume the opposite side will have a chair identical to this one for the opposite side laser as well. Now in the third image, you can see the habitation area where the crew of 4 will sleep. It looks as though it leads through into the mess hall because you can just see the table right at the end. And then yeah, maybe through to the front mining laser. As you can see, the A1 door is right at the front. Just beyond the bunks appears to be a little bit more space either side. I'm not sure if that's for components or maybe storage for the crew. You could have lockers there for the crew to store their equipment while they're working, or their uniforms maybe. In the fourth image, you can see the other view of the bunk room. You can see there's a toilet right at the end. Still no clue as to what is directly to the left or the right of the bunks. You just can't quite see them. But as you would expect, each bunk has its own panel, which is nice, and it seems to be standard now. Whether they act or double up as escape pods, I wouldn't have thought so because they seem to be directly in the middle. There's no easy escape for them. Whether it even has escape pods at all, I don't know. Now in the next image, it appears to be the top deck, which is quite interesting that the habitation deck was deck 2. Is there somewhere above this? Maybe it could be the same level, but I don't think it's that big. But this looks towards the front. You can see directly where you come up the ladder, there are areas for components either side, and then that leads straight into the cockpit and the bridge. The open-doored room in the mess hall, where the table was, could be ladder access to the top deck, potentially a deck 3. I'm not really too sure until we get inside though. And then the final interior image that we have is of the bridge, which is obviously a 2-seater. You have a pilot and a co-pilot. This view I find incredible, and this is kind of what I dream of when I think about operating the mole, being the captain on the bridge, overseeing the mining operation and coordinating with other ships, or just checking on the progress of the operation. Standing up there while everyone's working away and having a full view of the exterior during a storm or, on Microtech, it will just be so cool. I love the bridge, and I can already imagine being up there. Anyway, the final 2 shots are of the exterior of the mole while it's in operation. It is just an ugly, amazing ship. It's so ugly that it's beautiful, and I love it. I want it now. I would love to know how much it's going to cost. But anyway, the more I see of this ship, the more excited I get for it. I've heard that select content creators will get early access to show them off, and even one to give away, which is very kind of CIG. I haven't been asked personally, but it's amazing that they're doing that. So make sure if you do see someone giving one away to get on it and get yourself entered, as I'm sure you would love to win this ship. But with that said, make sure you subscribe for more Star Citizen content. I fully intend to CCU some of my ships to this beautiful ugly ship, but it will likely release while I'm on holiday, so my video of it will likely come closer to the new year. Just bad timing, I think. Do hit that like button if you want the Argo mole, and make sure you follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. When I do get back from holiday, we will be playing a lot of 3.0 as a group, as an org, in the Argo mole as well. Thank you to all my patrons. You guys are amazing. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.